All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready? Cut. Check 6-6. Let's go.
On first down, Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. The tackle there by Crayvon LeBlanc.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Locke. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now Joe Mixon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Set up. 70, Indy. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dixon. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come get some. Come on, get two.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they run with Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game,
and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke, screen pass to Lindsey. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Silver. Hey, Charlie.
From the 40 now on second down. Lock. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Trayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Dixon brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Got his man. It's Eifert. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He completes it to Boyd. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Block now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Into the red zone, it's Locke.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 49, check 49. 80 weapon. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 52's and Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Go.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 20 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
It's our time. Five. 35
Operating from the gun. Dixon. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Airing it out for Hamilton. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
We got this.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran out.
There goes Green. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green. His second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 31, Locke. This is the tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Locke now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos are in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will get him one closer. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Mixon with it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Go! 50, plant. Target. Hey, Alpha. Topper.
Check Mike 47. Bandit. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
On 1st down, Dixon. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught at the 10. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They come up in an offset eye. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On the ready.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ready. 30 base.
Get your swerve on.
Get it.
From midfield, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Hey, seam 6. Go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. Funchess has it complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
From the gun, Dixon. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Got it. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Jam.
Hey, exit.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. Toward the pylon, caught. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
6 gone. Check 6 gone. Check.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
Fair catch made at his 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Lock now on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked by B.W. Webb. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Bravo. 47's the mic. Big grip.
Operating from the gun, Dixon. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, 47. Hey, let's get that ball.
Back to throw. Dixon. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Check Mike 47, check Mike 47. I'm coming, baby. Ready?
Throwing on third and long. Dixon, and able to find Green. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Check, crunch. Check,
Now a give, right side. It's Jenkins. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Bullock's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Hey, watch it.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Come on,
and it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
in your face. Get it.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Locke going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Locke. The completion to Riddle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a day.